Hey everyone, it's Jack here from I Collect Apple, and today I'm unboxing some non-Apple hardware and some Steam hardware. Now this is the Steam controller, one of the first hardware products from Steam. Obviously they're making their controller, their Link, and all the Steam machines in collaboration with Dell, Alienware, and yeah, this is their hardware. So obviously if you don't know, Steam is a PC and Mac program that's basically lets you download games, pay for games, curate them in a library. I'm sure you know what Steam is. Now this is a controller which is dedicated for games and is designed to bring the familiarity and the comfort of a controller with the precision of a keyboard and mouse. And in conjunction with the Steam Link, you're meant to be able to play games on your couch with the power of a PC. So I will be unboxing the Steam Link in a separate video. For now, I'm just doing the controller. A little bit of background information about the controller. It's released on November 11th, I believe. I've got it a bit early because I pre-ordered with Game UK, and yeah, they had an early bird release of the 16th of October, so that's yesterday. Got it today. It retails for $50 and £40 over here in the UK, and yeah, it looks really good. So if we have a quick look at the box, it's fairly nice packaging actually. It's really nice. I was impressed because it's obviously, as I said, the first piece of Steam hardware I've actually seen in person. It's made in the USA, which is always good. Yeah, it gives you information about Valve's address. On the back, we have a lovely picture of the controller, and it talks about playing all your Steam games from your couch. So the packaging is nice. It tells you what it includes. So we got the controller. We got a USB cable by the looks of it. We got a USB dongle, so a receiver, and 2 AA batteries. It requires a computer running Windows 7 as minimum, Mac OS 10.10, which is Yosemite, or Steam OS. So, oh, and of course it needs the Steam client. So, Windows 7, 8.1 and 10, and Mac Yosemite and El Capitan will be good for this, or Steam OS. So it doesn't run with Linux like Ubuntu. I'm sure that support will be coming later. But if you're serious about gaming, you're going to have Windows 7 and later, let's be honest. But it's nice it does run with Mac. If you're a casual Mac gamer, you can still use this, which is very good. Very nice to include that. So, let's get it open. So we'll take a knife and we will get it open. So there's a little plastic sealant on the side here. Try and get that. Oh, don't do it towards me, bad idea. There we go. So now we just sort of slide it off. If we move that box out of the way, we have something in there, which I'm trying to work out. It looks like a cross section of the controller, which is rather cool. Yeah, I don't really want to open this out, but it looks like it shows what's inside the controller, like physically in there, which is quite cool. Nice design. So on the box, it's very cool. I love it, the box just like this. We got the Steam logo, the new Steam logo, which was introduced a few months ago now, the blue one. We got the Steam colors, and we got a controller icon. So it's very, very minimalist, but it's obvious what's in here, a Steam controller. So we're just going to cut some more sticky plastic here, just along the side here. Okay, there we go. And now we're going to open it up. And there it is. Very familiar packaging. It's a bit like the Xbox One controller. If I just raise the camera up a bit, you can see that the inside of the lid is a light blue with the Steam logo. It's very nice packaging we have here. And there is the controller. So we've got styrofoam here with the Steam logo. It's just more card, I think, actually. So we're just going to pull it up at the analog stick. And yeah, that feels cool. Different, but cool. Alright, I'll get to that in a minute. Let's see what else is in the box. So we've got 2 Duracell batteries, so a good brand, not some cheap ones that are going to explode and destroy your controller. It's always good when someone includes a reputable brand of batteries, because batteries are important. So that's nice. We got the USB dongle, which has a Steam logo on it, which is very nice. We haven't got much of interest on the back of the USB, just Valve Corp. It doesn't specify whether it's USB 2, 3 or whatever, but it doesn't matter for a dongle because it's not data transfer. So speed isn't an issue. Do we have anything else? Oh, yes we do, of course. We have our guides and we have the USB lead. So let's see what we got. We got a quick start guide, which is in English, German, French, Spanish and Italian. So you should be covered unless you speak a language that isn't as widely used as them. Yeah, you're pretty screwed then. I think you can work this out because it's just drawings. Anyway, telling you to log into Steam, tells you how it works, tells you how to install the batteries, tells you where to put the USB, and it appears, yes, I noticed this as I opened it, it's not actually a cable, it's a, so you can't use this wired, it's a range extender kind of for this. So, as you can see there, it's if you want a better signal, so if your PC is like hidden in a cabinet somewhere and you want it sort of poking out the top. And it also tells you how to turn it on. Well, I'm assuming that's what that means, but normally you press that button on controllers to turn them on. So yep, that's the quick start guide. And we have a product guide, health and safety information. All very boring, but they've got to do it. So, we've got some more light blue in there. And then we got a little plastic card even container for our cable. Let's see, how does this work? So you sort of, can you pull that out? Yes, I think you can. There we go. So that's the extender. So that will just fit in there like that, I guess. And also we have our lead for the extender, which appears to be just a standard micro USB. It's a very nice cable, so you could use it for anything really. You could use it for a phone, another controller. For example, I have an Xbox One controller plugged into my PC via one of these. And the other perk of it being micro USB on there and obviously on here is that if you wanted a lot more range, like you really needed to extend this, you could just buy a longer third-party micro USB cable and plug it into this, and obviously plug your receiver into that like that. You could get a fairly long setup going. So, now that I've got the packaging out of the way, I'm going to start by showing you the controller. Now, the first thing I'm going to do is show you how to insert the batteries, because it is quite unusual how the batteries go in this controller. First thing to do, which isn't unusual, is flip it over. Now, on the back, we have a little Steam logo and the battery cover. So, to get this open, at the moment it looks like it's not on, but it is. You'll see in a second. So, to take the cover off, you have a little switch here. Flick it across, it will just pop off. Then you slide away the cover, put that down, and you have some more information about the controller, bearing its name, the Steam controller. Then as you can see here, on each side, you have little diagrams on how to insert the batteries and how to remove them as well. Because the batteries don't actually go here, like most controllers, they're actually stored in the grips. So I will show you how to put them in now. You take the batteries, oh hang on, just get a focus. They go positive side down, it says so in the instructions and the little diagrams here. So you just sort of feed it in, and it will find its own way in, just try and get it right. And then, once you're happy with it, just push it across, and then it stops there. Now, don't be fooled, like I was the first time I recorded this. That is not fully in. As you can see, this little tabs come down, which is used for ejecting them. It actually goes further. Just give it a firmer push, until it really clicks, and there you go. Now they're fully in. And as you can see, this tab is fully down. And to eject the batteries, as the arrow says, sorry, the lighting in here isn't great, but I'm doing my best. You just push it up, battery flies out, and then you can just remove it. I'm putting them in because they're brand new batteries, they're the ones that came with it. And obviously for the other side, make sure you've got positive down. Just repeating the process, pushing it across. And there you go, the batteries are installed. Take the back cover, slide it on up, push it down, and there we go. Cover is on, like so. And now these, I'm not sure if these are buttons or what, because they're clicky, but they're not going to go down any further, so I'm guessing they are buttons. They definitely feel like triggers. Alright, so on the front, I might be just stupid by the way, and that's not on properly, but I've tried and that looks right to me. On the front, we have the controller with glossy plastic. Everyone was making quite a fuss of the glossy plastic for some reason. And we have familiar parts of a controller. So we've got one analog stick, same place as the Xbox One controller. It looks like a lot like an Xbox One controller with these black buttons with like coloured letters on. We have Y, X, B, and A. We have a Steam button which turns it on, and I'm guessing goes to like your home, big picture mode. We have two buttons here which will be back and start. I don't know what they would do on Steam. I'm going to find out. We have a trackpad here, which they say use it like a trackball. You can just fling it around, fling your cursor around, fling your camera around. Because on an Xbox controller, there'd be an analog stick here. You just got to imagine there is and use it like that. I can imagine this will take quite a long time to get used to, but I can see it being useful one day. And then we have a clickable D-pad here, and also it can be used for touch, like scrolling. So that's pretty cool. We have two buttons here, and we have two triggers. We also do have a USB port, so I pulled back my earlier comment of not being able to use it wired. I guess you can, with a long micro USB cable. So now what I'm going to do is set it up and hopefully give you guys a little demo of it. So I plugged the dongle into the back of my PC, as you can see right here. And Steam has, well, my computer installed the drivers, and Steam's being pretty clever. I haven't even turned on the controller yet, and it's popped up saying, using a Steam controller, please run Steam in big picture mode to make full use of your controller. So we all know what the big picture mode is, and now I'm going to turn it on. When you turn the controller on, it makes a lovely, I wouldn't say lovely, it's kind of annoying actually, beeping noise, which says it started up. As you can see, the Steam logo is lit up when it's on. And one thing I forgot to mention earlier, it uses haptic feedback instead of like traditional vibration motors, which feels great. Haptic's great. I'm so glad that companies like Apple and Steam are embracing it, because it's a lovely feeling compared to a vibration motor. Another thing worth mentioning is these triggers are actually two-stage. So you can apply pressure and the game will detect the variation in pressure, or you can press harder and press it. As you can see on this screen, we've got the controller support, so this is like detecting that everything's working. As you can see, I'm using the trackpad and it's coming up there. But what I was just saying about the triggers, as you can see right now, I'm applying pressure to the left trigger, and as I increase the pressure, the number goes up, whatever that number means. Alright, so I slowly increase the pressure, and now I'm holding it but not pressing it, so it's obviously very sensitive because the number's jumping around and I don't feel like I'm moving my finger. But then if you press it, that happens. So I can play with the pressure. And then also on the back, these are buttons, as you can see there. Definitely buttons. It did a software update as soon as I started it up, so obviously they ship with out-of-date firmware, which will probably be even more out of date by the time they come to public launch. But okay, so now I'm gonna play some games and see what it's like. I'm gonna end the video now because it's gonna take me a while to get used to it, to give a proper verdict. So from what I've seen, it looks cool, but personally I'm more excited for the Steam Link, which I'll be unboxing in my next video, because that will let me play my games on my big 55-inch TV, like in my living room, which would be cool when I got friends over. We can all sort of sit down and chill rather than all crowding around my PC. So, yeah. Thanks for watching, guys, and go pick up a Steam controller. Alright, bye.